Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where Germany has been dissolved due to losing all of their ports. Huzzah! That is because, well, wow, the Japanese have recovered North Honshu. Well, good for them. And we've taken Western Germany, so pretty good. Now I'm just hoping to get some port strikes on Prussia, basically. Try and smash this down a little bit, because otherwise it's going to take a very large fleet to handle it. I think France has peaced out with the Russians. Yes, they have. They're still allied with us, though, which is the main thing. So, objectives of this episode are finish off the Russians. I think once I've secured central Russia, I'm not going to need a particularly large fleet to go and deal with the rest of this, apart from maybe Vladivostok, and that should go after a few port strikes. So I'm considering going to war with Spain, mainly so that I can grab Cyrenaica. So the next time it pops up saying, hey, do you want to go to war with Spain? I am going to say yes. I don't think they have a lot of ships. They have battleship, a battlecruiser, and light cruisers. They got something worth having a look at least. Well, that didn't take long. France is now at war with Spain. We're at war with Japan. Okay, interesting. I didn't realise they had allies. Oh, and our alliance broke? What the hell, game? Why? What? France. Yes, we'll join the war on the Greek side, and then we'll declare our alliance is over. For fuck's sake. Anyway, I think the army is going to be able to successfully take Prussia. So I'm going to take this fleet and send them south to attack Cyrenaica. All of our ships are on sea control anyway, so that shouldn't be an issue. How's our research going, by the way? Oh, we're nearly able to start building a new battleship. Very exciting. Do I wait for the radar? Probably not. Probably not. What are we getting here? Just, yeah, I'm mostly on repeatable text now. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so I'll head down here. We'll attack Cyrenaica. I'll let the French take North. I'm assuming the French are just going to roll over northern Spain. But you never know with the AI, do you? Oh, hello. Maybe I don't mind France breaking the alliance, because the next thing they did is declare war on Britain and Italy. Okay. Cool. So things are hotting up, it would seem. If we can stay out of this, that's actually huge, because, yeah, Britain and France... Well, actually, France has a way bigger fleet right now. Britain doesn't like me very much. I might need to fix that. First things first. Let's get that on the go. Yeah, this fleet can hopefully roll up all of this and then finish off the Russians, while the other fleet quickly takes Cyrenaica and then probably heads over here to blockade northern Spain. Yeah, okay. So we're very close to war with Italy as well. I would probably accept war with Italy, because then this fleet could just, attack Italy. We also have stuff here that we can attack, so that would actually be kind of useful. Welcome back. It seems the Spanish are not keen on my activities, and they have sent their battleship, the San Dionisio, 600 million, 8 15-inch guns. It's almost like I designed this. 21 knots, so slightly older, but still perfectly capable, because she's against the Samos and 2 of the Lemnos class, the Aspis, and a couple of heavy cruisers. Obviously, we significantly outnumber them, so I would be surprised if we lose. However, their ship is probably good enough to do some damage to me. Let's have a little look. Just all go into one division. You two can follow. Da-da-da. Right. Let's go. There's Samos at the back. Noticeably larger ship. Even though she's not actually that much larger in terms of displacement. Weirdly running into the back of the neutrals, even though she's slower. Oh wow, Aspis is... I'd forgotten how much faster she is. But that's fine. I might actually detach her and make a cruiser squadron. Don't do this too often, but it should, in theory, work. We have a battle cruiser leading a pair of heavy cruisers. Why not? That's almost the more interesting battle as well. Right. Let's go. Enemy in sight. Battleships start heading them off. Let's have a look at you. Mark IIs. Oh wow. So it is just a World War I super dreadnought. Not upgraded, really. Pretty good for when she would have been built. Very expensive for when she was built. But yeah, I don't mind that. She does have a little sneaky deaky torpedo. But yeah, that's a solid enough ship. She running 14 inches of main built. So yeah, we want to get to about 15,000 meters. Our deck pen at this range, which is pretty high, is about 4. So we might get a lucky deck hit at this extreme range. But looks like they're trying to shoot the cruiser at the moment. No torpedoes on it, so I don't think I have to worry about her too much. Hit from a 9-inch gun. Oh, that hit from near Chos though. Goodness me. Took out a ray turret and caused a lot of damage there. Bloody hell. Aspis gets a ammo debt. And that ship is in real trouble. Look at that. 15-inch hit. Goodness me. Light cruiser dealt with very effectively. Wow, we're at much closer range than I realised with the Aspis. Just been sailing merrily along. Hit a torpedo. Ooh, we are actually in her torpedo range. She hasn't fired it, though. Blow off a secondary gun. Her shells fall short. I'm assuming she's going to turn and start running, you see. But she's in a bit of a bad position because... yeah, Aspas is basically getting behind her. And then they're discovering that in front of them is a squadron of battleships. Which is not ideal. Oh, that's even worse. Rear turret goes boom. They're not destroyed or out of the fight. Good damage control there. Sinking. Yeah, one more really solid hit and she'll go down. Flooding. Not enough to sink her right now, though. Still got 3 of her Citadel compartments dry. Oh, not anymore. I believe actually it was... yeah, an 8-inch hit, possibly, that did that. Flooding right here, because that is bad. You can survive on 3 compartments, but you can't survive on 2. Oh, the other one's breached. That ship is going down. Yep. Sorry, Spain. That was actually a good design. Didn't mind that one at all. Nitro's actually doing the most damage. Interesting. Surrender. Yeah, don't blame you, actually. Okay, so with Northern Finland captured, we need to... actually, since we're on 0, I'm going to quickly improve relations with Britain, move the fleet, get a port strike, hopefully. And then we'll start the invasion next turn there. We've taken Prussia. We are trying to push into eastern Poland currently, which is good. This should fall. Italy, however, refused to go to war with me, so relations went back up, but it means I have pots and pots of money. I'm also trying, as best I can, to build ships for minor allies. So you can see here we're building some destroyers, maybe some light cruisers for our allies, just to, well, maybe because I would like to have more of those ships, but I don't want to pay for the upkeep. Minor allies can do that. Okay, Spain is gone. Bye, Spain. Thank you for having a ship for me to fight. Russia has a battlecruiser somewhere. Or it has something somewhere. So we're going to spread it out on its presumed location, somewhere around here. Don't know where it is actually. This could be it up here, actually. Yeah, it's up there. But it launched some naval invasions down here, and I don't want it coming back and trying to tick those over. So we'll make sure that doesn't happen. This is going to take 4 turns, and then I'm just waiting on a couple of key technologies. And there's some Spanish troops still fighting for the... Oh, they've changed the Soviet Union again. See, never trust these countries that flip-flop all over the place. It's, make up your mind. Yeah, it looks like France is just going to swallow up Italy because they didn't want to go to war with me as well. Oh, well. Well, would you look at that? My plan worked. It's Shivisk. Screw you, Vals. Interesting. Pretty conventional. 1.1 billion. 30 knots. 14-inch guns, but it does have 5 triple turrets. Which is pretty good. Armor quality is great. Maximum thickness is not. It is against 2 of our in fact, I think our oldest battleships, apart from Canaris, which are 2 of the Lemnos class. We'd also have a heavy cruiser. So on paper, we're at 800 mil. Yeah, this is very even in terms of how the game kind of figures out missions and things. So I've had a few questions about that, particularly with range. I've had a few people saying, why are you having ships with a range of 11 billion kilometers? You don't need that. It's, you know, unnecessary. So currently, the way the game works, and this is how it has always worked, as far as I can tell. I actually went back and checked some of my old videos. How the shipbuilding used to work in the designer is the range was a slider, as it is now, but it was more like the bulkhead slider. You just had range, was like average, low, minimum, you know, maximum, etc. So it was exactly the same as the bulkhead slider. It used words, not numbers. And the higher you set the range slider, the higher your chances of generating a mission. So if you had a ship sitting in port, it can generate the mission. Which is great. And it also affects the type of mission that you get. So higher range means, quote-unquote, better missions. That's at least how the developers phrased it. The thing is, when they updated it to actual numbers, I foolishly thought that that meant that it went on the number. No, it doesn't. No, it's still on the slider. So, yeah, you want the slider for full, which means that diesel engines are actually a lot better than they first appear because they make the fuel lighter. However, I think that is really dumb and stupid. And given that I've been playing this game non-stop for about 5 years, and I didn't know that, I don't think many players do either. So, yeah, that will be fixed at some point in the Red Knot Improvement Project. And mission generation chance will scale off of range and other things. We are working on a few different ideas. Oh, they actually got a hit on me. Rude. I'm running Mark 4 guns, so those 14s are perfectly capable. Only thing I don't like about this ship is, yeah, 8 inches of belt. It is built like a heavy cruiser. Meaning even the 9-inch guns from Creatures over there are potentially very dangerous. They seem reasonably accurate as well. Yeah, look at that. 80% accuracy. We're only at 63, but of course we have more ships firing. Oh, lovely. Good way to reply. Hitting the bridge. That might reduce their accuracy a bit. A bit? Bloody hell. Tanked it. From 80 down to 30. Real world accuracy is going to be less than that. When you actually fire the guns, it doesn't actually give you this. It's just an indication. Starting to move away. Probably want armor piercing on our secondaries, ladies and gentlemen. Well, probably not many ladies in this era. Oh, that was a lovely hit. Lovely hit. There you go. They turned more perpendicular to the shell. And they paid for it. 8-inch ain't gonna cut it. Another big hit. Now all that... Yeah, they're not escaping anymore. Another substantial hit. We do have a torpedo launcher, which I'll need to keep an eye on, but I think we'll be alright. Knocked out the rear turret. Very nice. Oh, another really nice hit, just punching right through that 8-inch plate. And there's so much flooding, and down they go. Don't build your battle cruisers with 8 inches of belt armor. Just don't do it. Not unless you're only putting like 11 or 12-inch guns on it. Just please don't. Please don't do that. Such an expensive ship. Sent to the bottom for almost no benefit whatsoever. Right. Let me have a think. Alright. Southern Finland secured. We're going to move on to Kronstadt and try and take central Russia. And then this fleet will head around over here. These fleets, I might as well send them this way to start dealing with all this. Because again, yeah, we kind of want to get rid of the Russians. We do also have the Japanese to worry about, but they don't have any ships. So, not really a huge problem. The US looks like they're starting to build some ships. Their economy is just absolutely ruined, though. We might as well eliminate them at some point as well. Yeah, it's just Britain and France. I can't tell who's doing... Oh no, they've stopped warring. Hard to tell who won. I think the British might have won, actually. Very hard to tell. Very hard to tell. Right. New battleship. First new battleship in a long time. We're also quite close to Radar 3 and the Mark 5 15-inch guns, which means a full round of refits, but won't worry about that too much. So we do have the command battleships. We also have modern battleships. Now I'm pretty sure the last battleship we built, which are these, the Catos. These at 50,000 tons, they must have been. Are they modern ones? Are they modern twos? Not even sure anymore. So we do have the modern 1 and the modern 2. Command 1 and Command 2. 80, 80. I think I prefer the Command 1. It's got that plus 20 damage control. It's not the nicest hull form. Got a huge freeboard, but we can fix that by doing this and then going for 60,000. So that's all limited. 30 knots seems fine to me. Basic setup, and we're already looking at 600 million. Fuck me. Oh, I kind of like how that takes up the whole thing. But the thing is, I'm planning on using 18-inch guns. Do they? Are you kidding me? That would be insane. That's ludicrous. I kind of love it. Wow, the superstructures on this are absolutely flipping enormous. Can it do it? Oh my god. Yes, perfectly sensible designs here. No. No, what we're going to do is we're going to use the smallest tout, which is still huge. Because I think I still need a funnel, don't I? We don't get a funnel slot. Wow, these are hilariously oversized. And I feel like the hull isn't long enough, even though I'm pretty sure the hull is the maximum length it possibly can be. Ah. Yeah, it doesn't work now on those. Maybe not the command battleship. Maybe the modern battleship too. Hopefully that's a little bit more sensible. We're going to trim the beam, not the draft. I'm going to go for the same 30 knot top speed. Medium range, maximum bulkheads. 60,000 tons. This uses the slightly more sensible British towers. Oh, the machine. Right. I love the gigantic barbette. Oh, it fits as well. Of that. And one at the back. I'm not going to worry too much about the sections and things, because on this ship anyway, because we're going to need to save weight. Could go with one enormous funnel, or I could go with some form of double funnel setup. That is quite funny. It's almost like the auxiliary engines have a dedicated funnel for them. That's very silly. Right. All three. Almost certainly better off with steam. But we'll bring the high-end auxiliary. Bloody machine. Right. Well, we've got Mark 5 secondaries available. I think I might come back to secondary armament. Because I don't know how much weight I'm going to have to play around with. So flash fire chance 3. Yep, we'll stay on standard shells. So you're already pretty much full weight without putting any secondaries on. And these are 45 caliber guns. That's just to keep their rate of fire at a reasonable level. But look at that pen. That's going to be very hard for an enemy to armor against. We do have... why are you being difficult? It is at 190. Just the button hasn't gone away. Yeah, for this ship, I would love 18 inches of main belt, but I think that's probably pushing it. Base fuse HE seems fine. Yeah, do you know what? We're going to go for 18. I'm going to go for 18 and 1.5. We're not going to keep out anything smaller than that. Deck armor. Ooh, yeah, probably 6 inches, fine. Splinter-proof the extended decks. Nice thick. Turrets. None of this needs to be that thick. And this certainly does not need to be that thick. So let's say we want to go for 20 divided by 8. Yeah, this innermost only needs to be like 2.5. So we do that. 4, 3.1, 2.5. 2 billion each, these things. I think that's a fair price, though, for an 18-inch armed battleship. Now I can look at the secondary armament. So obviously we have the option of 2-inch quads for their AA. Well, I say AA. What this is really for is in the event that we happen to run into a transport or something, and we don't want to use an 18-inch gun for that. But these things, they can shoot out to 11 kilometers with high explosive shells. So just in case we get a convoy battle, they'll do that job. They would also do the job of shooting enemy planes out of the sky. But the actual secondary armament, we could go 8s, 6s, 7s, 5s. 5s are tempting, actually, because a 5 on a ship like this, anyway, would also be a dual-purpose gun, I would say. This is a dual-purpose heavy anti-air gun, of which I've just put on an absolute metric ton. We make them as long as we can. 60 calibers. That means they can fire out to a range of 15 kilometers with their AP shells. They're probably not going to delete a destroyer, though, I'm noticing. How about if we make them 5.5s? The other option is going for full-on 6-inch guns. Yeah, a 5.5 has 1.2 inch of pen on their AP shells at maximum range, which is enough to go through a destroyer. And yeah, if these were in proper dual purpose mounts, I'm just going to adjust how they're laid out on the ship just a touch. Don't know why I'm wanting to do the guns at funny angles, but yeah, that is. So in terms of an actual modern ship, what we have here is something with Yamato levels of firepower, albeit with superior fire control. These are probably slightly better than Yamato's guns, I would say. We have good protection. We have good speed. We have a monstrous anti-aircraft battery of 14, so 7 quad 5.5 inch 60 caliber dual purpose mount guns each side, so death to aircraft at pretty extreme ranges. If you want to see how good this kind of gun could be, have a look at how very late war the Americans were very appreciative of how good the 5.25 guns were on the King George V class ships. They were considered very good at dealing with kamikaze attacks in particular, because they could hit Japanese aircraft at quite long range accurately, of course. I really like this. I really like this. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to build. Probably like one. For now. Just because of our total shipbuilding cap. But these are very nice ships. By any metric. Yes, I haven't done the thing with all this. I have deliberately kept this shorter because I know the Citadel's going to be really, really heavy. But that is a mean machine. Very mean. Well, let me know what you think of it in the comments. And I'm going to end the episode here because I'm going to have to do some chatting with the Treasury. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.